just turning the avatar would long chamber people at a time.
Hey everybody, I'm back. Good to be back. I'm very excited to be back because it's time for Doom 3. Time for Doom 3. Okay, no, there is no specific category for the expansion. That's okay. This kills my theory of him watching Avatar. I could have been watching Avatar. I mean, I did watch that trailer that played during the MediaTek break. I was just doing some stretches. I had a protein bar. I did laundry. Some other things. Odds and ends. Anyway, it's Doom time. Time for Doom. Do you get all that old stuff? I've just clipped it all out myself. I've just used Premiere to turn it into small video chunks just from all over the internet. Okay. Last time I played this, not only were there some wacky graphics problems, but the keybinds were wrong. Like I would bind something and it would bind correctly in the options menu and then go in game and it's just all over the place. Through some testing, I discovered that only the weapons are wrong. They're just labeled wrong. Here. So through trial and error, I can figure out what these labels actually do and then cycle things around. For instance, like fists is F, but that's not fists. It's flashlight. So whatever here is actually flashlight. And then same with a lot of these other weapons. So if I've bound it fine so far, but I've only started the game and I only have the pistol and I think the shotgun and the flashlight. So every time I pick up a gun, I'm gonna have to hit a lot of buttons to figure out what the label is for it and then bind it properly from there. I might have to re-explain that every time I do it, but that's the idea. That's fun. I have no idea why it's doing that. No clue at all, but it is. The good news is, though, that the graphical glitch went away. I got rid of the, I don't know, there was some kind of, like, secondary mapping mod that was meant to add, like, relief, I think, to textures. It's a shame it's not working because I really like that stuff. I like texture effects like that, but it was just, it didn't look right at all, so I deleted it. That cleared up the problem. Now I can play this sweet video game. Playing on Veteran. The expansion is quite a bit different than Doom 3. Doom 3 is a very slow cinematic kind of first-person shooter. The expansion is a lot faster and much more of, I think, what people expected a Doom experience to be. It has like aim-down sights and a bunch of other weird things that I forgot about until I messed around with it. Has this happened before Doom 3?
Dr. McNeil, they're close.
Red Team, we're showing your position less than 100 meters from the signal. But there's no data suggesting any ancient Civ development in that area.
I don't know. There's probably no subtitles.
They just don't want us to know about. Some things never change around here.
Yeah, an actual woman in Doom.
There's
Weird.
some sort of chamber beyond this wall. Point, we need a charge here.
Doom 3 was pretty babe deficient. Oh shucks, I was just reminded. There was one graphical thing I saw. Is that the weapons had like a light box around them. That's a little distracting. Dang. I meant to look into that and try to fix it, but
I want this place to be found.
I just forgot. There were like 3 other things I had to fix. Hey, well,
Are you seeing this?
maybe it's not that big of a deal.
each target and are
Lucky's gift.
We're having
Asking
trouble
about,
with
like,
the transmission. I need that stream brought back
Lord.
online now.
asking about, yeah, making old games work. That is a,
Move slowly.
I do actually enjoy that process. It's like a puzzle. So, yeah, it is the same sort of thing where I would get something to work for a Let's Play at Funhouse, and now I just do it here to stream it. In this case, it's getting this very old game to work with some visual mods that update the look, and even, I think, creatively change the look a bit to be really, really good. Like super dark, high contrast. Cool. I feel like there should be a score here. Kind of highlighting the action.
Reach is out for what is ours. We have been unbound. They have arrived, my children. As I promised, rise up, awaken.
Rise up. Gamers! It's like, it was the dude, and then the dude with no legs, and then the dude with, like, extra legs. So mad, all lined up.
Our new reign begins now.
Alright. Here's your Doom game. Hold on a sec, I gotta crank the sensitivity down a bit. Oh, let's see if that's a thing I get to... Nope, maybe that's as low as she goes. That's not so bad.
we got major power loss reported throughout the facility. We got a major cluster here. Fall back to the RV.
So scary! Yeah, this is the DLC. This is the expansion. Did I put that in the... Alright, I'm gonna roll a dice here and tab out. I think I put that in the title. Okay, no. Maybe drop game audio 20%. Yeah, I'm... I'm sorry, I'm trying to dial it in. Because I agree it's very loud. It's also trying to be very loud right now. Like, okay, so if I hit 3... 3 is fists, is what it thinks. But fists is F, so like... Yeah, that's right. It's like... You have to figure out what it thinks the bind is and then set the button from there. Or what it thinks the button is and set it from there. So weird. That's F one. That's flashlight. Okay, 1 is pistol. Good. Alright. And then yeah, when I pick up everything else I'm probably gonna have to just figure it out.
Just happened.
Okay. So I already have to figure out
Code red. We got a code red.
what shotgun it is.
We got serious problems here.
Okay. So whatever's bound to X. Okay, it thinks this is the shotgun slot basically. So if I put 2 here. Okay, now 2 is shotgun. Ah. I don't know why it does that. Couldn't figure out any possible reason, but it works. It works, so I'm not questioning it. Yeah, there's kind of like a little box around the like muzzle of the gun, which is a little unfortunate. Best shotgun in a Doom game, everyone loves it. Yeah, no detractors at all.
What is your location? Someone talk to him.
I'm gonna guess that this shotgun's probably like super good, just because everyone was so mad about. Is it still super loud? It is.
Where are you? I can't see anything.
Okay. This game is dark. You betcha. I'm playing it in ultra dark mode. So I have mods on that make it even more dark. Because I like it that way. I think it looks great in the dark. Ah! You have just like that strobe of light. No candle cam? Oh, right. Sorry, I was a bit distracted by things getting started up here. Tell you what, now that we have things moving, I'm a little hesitant to troubleshoot more stuff. What? Can I not? Oh, there we go. But for the time being, here. Well, yeah, here. We'll watch some PDA videos while I set up candle cam. That ought to work.
Welcome to a new, safer Mars. This briefing is designed to inform all personnel of our mission goals and act as a reminder of our ongoing commitment to the safety of the entire UAC family.
Really loud in here, huh?
Reasons to be excited about this new UAC Mars mission. Not only will you be part of what promises to be exciting discoveries, you are also laying the groundwork for the future of the UAC. We ask for your cooperation in following all UAC procedures outlined in your team manual. Discuss any issues or problems with team leaders only. And for your safety, please stay in your team-designated areas. Our continuing commitment to safety includes advanced training for all of our security detail. Our security team ratio has been doubled from our last Mars mission to provide our workers with the absolute safest working conditions. The UAC knows that safe workers are happy workers, and we will continue to do everything in our power to provide a secure workplace. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your stay on Mars.
Okay, I think I've got it.
The UAC AM3 series portable power plant is an ideal redundant energy solution for military and commercial applications. Once deployed, the AM3 can sustain...
Hey, Gafgarian, how you doing?
750 megawatts off a single cell for up to 50 years. An optional dual chamber model is also available, delivering up to 1.5 gigawatts of sustained power. This makes the AM3 the ideal portable power source for the most demanding industrial and military hardware. Powered by proprietary UAC MagSeal antimatter canisters, the AM3 allows for safe transportation, even in the harshest of environments. Boasting zero waste emissions, thanks to the most advanced gamma-ray radiation shields, the AM3 is the environmentally safe energy solution for all your portable energy needs.
Ooh. Long flame. Yeah, it's nice, huh? Positively demonic. Right, let me... That was my dingle. My car's... Or my PC is dingling again. I don't know why. I need to turn that off so it doesn't, like, confuse people when they're watching the stream and think that their PC is sending alerts. Okay. I wonder, like, I guess it should be in focus, right? I feel like... My heart tells me that there might be potential in an intentionally unfocused shot of the candle. Damn it! I knew that cursor was going to show up. Son of a bitch cursor. Alright, hold on. Ah. I pull a real pro hacker trick to control my streaming PC, but it makes the cursor pop out in some games. I saw Machine Games' Indiana Jones game. I'm just really excited for it. Love Machine Games. I think they were basically already making... They were already making, like, really edgy Indiana Jones games. Basically. I think that their writing... Like, I trust the quality of their writers to do it. Give it a lot of justice. I support it, basically. But I kind of have a blind love of Machine Games, so... Alright. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. It was just like one image, right? Of like the hat and some like a leather satchel or something like that. There was some kind of image of just some Indiana Jones related iconography in the announcement. At least that's what I remember. Alright. Alright, one by one. To-do list is getting crossed off. doom time commenceth. Yeah, now this is gaming, worth the effort. I agree. I'm already lost. I think it caved in. Doesn't seem like there's a ladder or anything. I'm forgetting I have infinite sprint. That makes moving around a lot faster. I don't know about you guys, but that was the perception of the millennium right there. Road 96 is $12.97 on Steam for you right now. Ooh. Very good. That game's great. I haven't finished it yet, but I really need to. I feel like sprint keeps... Oh, maybe it's because I'm getting airborne? Yeah. I think I'm getting micro airborne, so sprint keeps flickering. Oh, right. I have to give the thing a battery. Oh, yeah, there's the grabber, too. Ah, shucks. I don't know if that's bound. Playing Resident Evil 4 for the first time, just killed Mr. Torso? Mr. Torso?
You need to make your way to the surface
I
now.
don't remember a Mr. Torso. I want to play Resident Evil 4 again, though. I guess there's the HD project. Kind of same idea. Give the game a little visual brush up. What's the lore behind this DLC? It's a little confusing, actually. The intro doesn't mention another Mars incident. It just lists some years and then says, this stuff happens. And then there's an incident. And then you're playing Doom. There's like some chatter at the beginning from a scientist lady who's like, get them out of there now or something. I don't know. Kind of vague. Or it's not vague and I just wasn't paying attention. Alright, so yeah, the box there is pretty visible now. At least it is for me. This gun is pretty bad about it. I don't know what that's all about. I think that's part of the mod. I did see somebody posting about that on Reddit. But that's before I observed it. Now, the fun thing is I have to figure out what machine gun is. Alright. E is what goes to machine gun right now. That's plasma gun. But I want machine gun to be 4? Or 3? We'll say 3. Fly. Alright, so now 3 is machine gun. So is E, but whatever. 2. I guess it should be 4 probably. I can't remember what that spot on the wheel is. 3 or E. Go wild. Yeah. Just go crazy. Whatever. The machine gun is honestly not that great. And the shotgun actually seems way better already. Defotted? Thank you very much for the love. Welcome to the stream. No shooting while sprinting. We're getting there. The gun doesn't like swing in front of the camera as much either. You don't have that big kind of masturbatory like gun out like that reload. Yeah, this mod was like a big walk back, I thought, of a lot of the things that Doom 3 did to be like ostentatious and cinematic. Which is weird because that means it's like it's more video gamey. But people didn't seem to like it or just didn't talk about it, I guess. No one cared. Hey, Pop-Tart. She was a doctor mentioned in base game logs. She was the one who notified the UAC about all the strange stuff happening with the Delta Labs. Oh, okay. Oh, so she was like, was she the one woman in the first game? I think there were 2.
He tried to hit me with a fireball, but I grabbed it and threw it right back at him. You're not gonna get far with that pistol. Take this grabber. It's more useful than you think.
Okay, now I have to figure out what the grabber is. What Dr. Pepper are you drinking? It is zero sugar dark berry. It's delicious. It's pretty sweet though. It's kind of on the sweeter side, despite being a zero sugar drink. Not in like a gross fake sugar way usually. But yeah, the gravity gun. So it's X. Right now when I hit X, I get grabber, which means I want. Okay, so this is actually the grabber slot. I want that to be maybe E. No, that's usually plasma. It's a good grabber. Oh, maybe mouse 4? Actually, I don't think I have that bound. I do mouse 4. That means grabber. Mouse 4. That's really easy to get. Yep. Yep. Okay. Such a weird gymnastics to have to do, but are the bindings using a Xerte? I actually was wondering about that. I was like, is there like something buried in a mod I? Here was my previous theory, was that there was an auto exec, like there was a configuration file that was distributed in a mod that had the keyboard setting to a different layout. So I like looked through all the config files and couldn't see any setting like that. Because I thought that. I was like, is this like Dvorak or something? Or a Xerte? Yeah. Because that's what it felt like for a second. But then, just after experimenting with it, I guess that could be the case. But it really just seems like these labels are wrong. That's what it comes down to, right? Well, not right, but just like... Because you'd think if it were reading the wrong keyboard layout, if I click something and hit the button to bind it, it wouldn't be the button that I'm hitting. Like I would hit E and it would come up as C or something like that. But it comes up as E, so it knows I'm hitting E. It's just then you go into the game and then E doesn't bring up machine gun, it brings up something else. And it's like that uniformly for everything. That behavior is consistent. So I guess it could be that all the buttons are swapped around, yeah. Oh, that's the other very weird thing, is it only applies to this tab. It only applies to this one. All the other ones work exactly as labeled. So these are all totally fine. Reload as R totally works. And there's no problem at all. Kester, I am not sponsored by Diablo Immortal, but I appreciate you asking. If you wanna like toss a coin to your influencer, Alana was the one who was sponsored, so if you go to her Twitch stream, you might be able to find a link there. Or usually there's like a banner image under the stream of a sponsorship. Hey, what's up? How tough am I? You just drink water and coffee? It's a good combo. Makes it go easier on your tummy. Easier on your tum-tum. Yeah, okay. Steer, I agree. It does seem like... It seems like there's some cascading there's a cascading list somewhere where the number got shoved off by 1. So everything's just slipped in its definitions. But yeah. Or like a mod changed something in that menu and didn't really set it properly. But just by using some deductive reasoning, I can... At least I can get it to work. I was so worried that was the thing that was going to make this playthrough not work. Is that like... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you could just zap those guys. Was that, I just wouldn't be able to figure out the keybinds. I was like, man, how dumb is that? Ah! Interior is also grimy. Reminded me of that CS player who tried to play ZQSD as their movement binds on a QWERTY keyboard because they saw a French pro player using it. I guess you can't fault somebody for trying. what it is. There's something about this so far that just looks a little bit flat. Oh, God. The screen shake and that strobe. My God. That is a visual... That is some visual intensity. Giving you Half-Life 2 cinematic mod vibes. I didn't mess around with the cinematic mod. I remember it. I remember seeing it and being like, huh. Did it just make everything like super bright and dark? That's usually what cinematic means. Jesus Christ. Fully modeled cervix Alex. Oh, that was that? Ugh. That was that! Yeah. But it's, look, it's got like aim down sights. Isn't that weird? Mod author was a creep. Ugh. Well, hopefully there's no demon cervixes modeled here. But, you know. I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep. He changed her look to be as much like some model as possible. And I was just, you know, I was shower thoughting about how many things we're living through right now check off very tropey cyberpunk checklists. I think that feels cool. It sucks to say that because people, like, some parts of the checklist involve people living in bad conditions, but it seems pretty cool to live in the future, or to realize you're living in the future. Sweet gun movement. I don't know about Demon Cervix, but John Romero has said he can't talk about the 2 holes on the back of the Cacodemon model. I have seen very explicit Cacodemon genitalia in my time. I didn't seek it out. That's what I find fascinating sometimes about the internet, is that it will put in front of me such sights. Oh, boss yelled at me for not telling her when or about surgery. Wait, what? She put schedule. Told her literally, found out yesterday. Don't even know if there will be. Instead of listening to me, she retorts that I always have to have the last word when all I was trying to do was explain the stupid situation. She got mad too and said she might hire someone because I need to see the doctor. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I'm sorry. That's annoying and stupid. And spiteful? It sounds spiteful. One of those where people get mad at you because they were frustrated. They fucked something up, so they're mad, so they're just looking for something to, like, pin it on. Oh. Oh yeah, wait. Did the video disc load into mine? I think it did. All members of Site 1 Expedition. So I think this is an expedition that happened before the events of Doom 3. I think. And I'm playing, I'm playing as another character. But I don't know who. It kind of looks like the Marine dude that was walking around with Dr. Betruger in the base Doom 3. But I can't tell if it's that or if it's just because, like, every grizzled dude in Doom 3 looks the same. Here. She said she can be a total bitch, but everything is stressing her out right now and she can't control it. Her earlier comment was once again to try and change. Told her I have depression. She ends up telling me she does too. She doesn't know what to do with me. Yeah. I think sometimes also people see the things about themselves they don't like in other people, or they recognize certain things that they wish they didn't have to live through in others, and something about being around that thing makes them resent that person. You can see that, and that happen a lot too. Here. I'm going to take a moment to welcome you to this most important mission. All of you volunteered, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate you doing so. It is difficult to be away from friends and family for so long, and we all miss Earth's blue skies, green grass, and most of all, breathable fresh air. However, the opportunity we have here is historic. I believe we are on the precipice of an archaeological find of profound proportions that will forever change not only our view of Mars and the ancient civilization that once inhabited it, but how we also see ourselves in the cosmos. Like all things worthwhile, this expedition will not be easy, but we will do everything we can to make it as pleasant and safe as possible. Please adhere to all safety procedures that were presented in flight and report any problems or issues immediately to your supervisors. Thank you for your attention. Sincerely, Dr. Elizabeth McNeil. Okay. So yeah, I think my theory is correct. But I get the... Oh, I have to find the PDA. Don't have it. Alright. Neom. Oh shit. To figure out what grenades are. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Grenades are C. Wait, hold on. A mode is fine. I'll use mouse 3 for grenades. So C, the BFG is actually the grenade button. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, middle mouse is usually my grenade button. It's just weird in games when, like, grenades don't matter or are weird. Like this one. It's weird to have to switch to grenade and then throw grenade. Hey, guy. Hey there, buddy.
UAC has no idea what they're up against. They sent us here to die like the others. It killed everyone before we even knew what happened. We couldn't even see it. It moves so fast. No, I won't go back. No, it's still there.
Have you tried Doom 3 in VR? I have, yeah.
You track them.
I had a weird visual issue where textures would flicker in one eye, and it made it very difficult to play. But, apart from that, it was pretty cool. I was enjoying what I was seeing.
Union Aerospace is proud to unveil its latest tool to help make safer worlds for everyone. Building on field containment experiments in the Delta Labs and the energy production capabilities of the Enpro plant, the prototype ionized plasma levitator was designed to transport hazardous materials without physical contact.
I've lost 20% of my body weight in the last 4 months. Been a good run. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome.
The IPL unit is able to act upon
I'm a bit jealous.
objects of
I've
light
stalled out a little bit.
and
I'm
transport
getting a little annoyed. I don't know what to...
Initial tests have shown that the IPL
I've been going over but like 100 calories from my goal, but it's still annoying because I'm
which
just
is
like
vital to modern
completely
experiments in manipulating
stagnated.
new potential energy sources. With
But that's awesome.
research and development,
Congratulations.
Uses for this technology would
Down to
include
232 at 6 foot? Nice.
the ability to
That's
create
great.
tractor beams, thereby making low gravity
Yeah.
docking procedures much safer.
Let's
for
keep
flight.
pushing at it.
For more information, contact the UAC's
Been ready meals and a lot of exercise. That's the way to do it. Yep, that's just your life for a while. And then it's always going to be your life. For a bit. Or in some way. Less of a way, but in some way. I feel like. Or rather, that's my vision.
Hell away from me!
Did that give me... Oh, there we go. Wow, those strobes are intense. Alright, I need to... Hold on. Let me put that in the title. Okay. I think it's pretty cool, but damn, that's pretty harsh. So... Still an enjoyable life, still enjoy beer, just have lighter options. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's a bummer because I feel like I've been slicing off things that I really enjoy one at a time, and I feel like I'm always one step behind. You know, if I'm allowed to enjoy 4 fun things a day at my given like age or activity level, then I'm always doing like 5. I'm always just one ahead. This vanilla or modded? This is modded. The Absolute HD pack, which is a lot of additional rendering effects, harsher, kind of like even higher contrast lighting, so it's darker than usual. I think it makes the light matter even more. I'm super all about. Ooh. If you just Google Absolute HD Doom 3, you can find a list of all the bits and pieces that are in there. I've tried quite a few times in the past, but the biggest thing is not actually denying yourself anything. So much more sustainable. If you have a bad day, that's cool. Just keep going over long. It's just keeping going over long term. Not letting the bad day take you way off track and thinking, fuck it, time for a massive McDonald's. Yeah, yeah. Keeping myself out of situations where I binge, either on like food or on alcohol or something, have been pretty effective. Or one thing that I found is mentally preparing myself, knowing that it's coming. So like kind of thinking about it ahead of time and thinking, okay, I'm going to be in a situation where I'm like, I have like had one too many in the past or eaten too much in the past. So let me think about it ahead of time and make my decisions now. So they're like pre-made, so I'm ready. I know what to do. It's not just relying on my impulse at the moment.
Audio log from Marcus Tanner, team coordinator.
That's been helping a little bit. That's a new thing I've been working on.
I don't think this dig site. We've seen structures like this before represented in tablets sent back to Dr. McNeil. We hadn't seen there seems to be some sort of defense mechanism in place, attacking those godforsaken creatures.
Oh.
Why did the gate open? The amount of chaos and movement within is new to all of us. All of us that are left. Our team leader didn't make it. He was pinned down by something. What it was, I can't even describe. The best bet is to seal this place up and get the hell out of here. It's happened again.
Welcome to your death.
Maybe have a little less in the run-up, but we sacrifice for a big day coming up. Either eating or drinking a little less, or going for a run instead. Yeah, yeah. Having a longer view of all of that. Yeah, I think I just relied on impulse far too much when it came to like what I ate and how. Yeah, they're all throwing fireballs at me. Going a lot faster than it looks like. Hey, what's up, Hammy Dan? Oh. Damn. Fuck.
Marine? Come in, Marine. Signal strength is back to broadcast level. Listen.
Ooh.
This isn't the first time we're facing this, but I need more information. The artifact you recovered is obviously capable of incredible power. It may also be the source of this invasion. Do whatever it takes to get the artifact to me. I'll try to contact the others. Out.
I don't know what weapon that is. How do I get to that again? Artifacts. Is that in the weapons thing? Uh-oh, it's not. How do you select artifact? You don't want to keep counting your calories forever, but it keeps you honest for now? I've kind of accepted that I might have to. With just the way that my mind works with food, if I don't like track it and measure it, I will always go over. My brain is just wired to it. Makes it invisible to me. It just happens. It's so crazy. Shoot. Yeah, none of those buttons go to the artifacts. After a while, you can get a good estimate of food. Yeah, I do, and then it just slides. It always slides back. That's the thing. Over time, my sense goes off. Like I said, my brain just does it to me. For me, I guess. Where the hell? I don't know how to... I guess I can just mouse wheel back to it, but that's kind of annoying. Artifact isn't really bound to anything right now. And it's not... It doesn't appear in the menus. Which might be part of the problem. There might be there might be something where there's supposed to be an entry here for artifact. And that's what's throwing everything off. But after hitting all this stuff, the artifact didn't come up, so there may not even be a box for it. Great for when drinking spirits, because now I actually measure what I'm pouring instead of, yeah, wiring whatever the fuck into a glass. Yeah, it actually makes cocktails a lot more enjoyable when you're not just like pouring drain cleaner into a cup and being like, that'll do it. Telling yourself to say when. I don't remember what the artifact does, so I don't know how... What's weird is I have a dusty memory of having to mouse wheel back to it. Like, of this being a thing I had to do before. Have you tried setting your binds in the unmodded ROE and then launching the modded version? That fixed it for me. Oh, you had this issue too, huh? Well, let me... Yeah, I guess I can try that. I'm a little scared. Boy. Yeah, the weird resolution of Native Doom 3 has moved all my stuff around, but... Wait, how do you play... How do you do the vanilla mod by itself? I thought it showed up as a mod. Launch straight into ROE from Steam or whatever? Oh. I guess there's that. Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. Who wouldn't want to play this video game? Little spider babies yelling at you while you're standing in sewage. Oh, it just goes into this now. It's just this. So I would have to like... Yeah, I'd have to uninstall the mod. Which I thought about doing. I could also, like, if I know what the number for it is, or whatever, I can try to put it in the auto-exec. But that's off. Which is... Or... That's what's weird. Okay, so Doom 3, you bind a bunch of keys to functions, But the functions are called like Impulse 10 and not shotgun or pistol. But some of them are called that, but the guns are not. Look at it. You add something to the command line, it'll auto-launch to the mod. Yes. It's just the, the mod, I think, has taken the place of the baseline, path, or the baseline Path of Resurrection of Evil expansion. Not on top. Hold on. So yeah, it's just set game D3 XP. So the mod basically subsumes the expansion. It's all right. I mean, going to the flashlight and then mousing down to the artifact is not the most terrible thing. And I swear that that's how I played it before. That feels so familiar. But just being like, that's not so bad. But yeah, I could uninstall and then run the expansion without the mod. Set all my bindings. Install the mod. That would probably get it, but whatever. That's a lot of work. Oh, that's right. Okay. Shoots out a death ray. What? You got chompers? How did they know I love chompers? Oh, I got chomped! Yay! God bless a good set of dungeon chompers. Surprised you have candle cam for Doom? Yeah. I guess I understand that, because it's supposed to be cozier than that. But candles can also be scary. Am I supposed to be able to run through this? Is that what we're saying? Oops. They're chomping in the wrong way. Yeah. They're being very effective chompers. Through expansion, you never actually played this? Yeah, I don't get the sense a lot of people did. The artifact slows time. I thought there had to be something like that. Is there like a specific... Is there a different button you gotta use? Oh. I did it. I did it somehow. It like kicks in after a while. That's odd. Hey, Alex. Man, this expansion has all the bells and whistles, huh? Got a gravity gun, it's got slow-mo. I guess I needed a battery for something? Maybe not? Yeah, a fishing minigame would be nice. Or like a morality system. For some reason, I always associate games from this era with like morality systems. Good and bad meters. Name a better invention than bullet time? Jeez. Yeah, I guess there's like penicillin, I guess. Yes. It's so low to the ground. Wow. It's a deep squat.
Help! Someone please! No! No!
So cinematic. Wow. Wait, what are they? Oh. Gravity gun means they can just put stuff in front of doors now. Man. That reload is weirdly long. Alright, this is a pretty cool looking hallway. Kind of overboard on the flickering lights, though, don't you think? There's like 4 different flickering lights, all blinking at different intervals. The lighting looks good, though. Never actually played Doom 3. Is it good? I think it's very good. But it's a different kind of game, different kind of experience. It's not Doom Eternal. It's more like Doom 2016. Though not as good as Doom 2016. Back up those files. Just think of Prometheus for some reason. Kind of makes sense. I feel like a whole ton of space horror is just so downstream of Ridley Scott's Alien and James Cameron's Aliens. Aliens in particular is just soaked with like blinking lights, rotating red lights behind fans and stuff like that. Tons and tons and tons of really cool lighting. And it just kind of set the tone. Or maybe that's just like the coolest look you can have. What do they call that style? Retrofuturism? Yeah? I guess because Alien is pretty... I guess it was incidentally retrofuture because it was made in a time where they had to use that tech just to make the movie. Flicker is the garlic of the lighting world. There could never be enough. Funny you say it like that. I've been experimenting with putting a shitload of garlic into stuff lately. It's funny, ever since I got a garlic press, now I'm like actually putting the right amount of garlic into stuff, which is to say a lot. Like 3 cloves. Aliens is the best movie ever, in my opinion. I can see that. Aliens is pretty great. I do feel like James Cameron was that filmmaker for such a long time. Just made like solid movies. Checked off everything on the list. And I guess J.J. Abrams was kind of that, but I don't know. I always felt like Cameron's movies gave you a little more to think about. Terminator 2 comes really close too. Yeah, I agree. I think... Yeah, Terminator 2's like third act is interesting and... Oh, interesting. Because they just kind of crash into the final set piece in the Foundry, which I guess makes sense. Yeah. Really don't have to explain it. Look at this. All these freaking lights, man. But I appreciate that, like, one thing that gets me about modern, like, big, crowd-pleasing blockbuster films is that, like, a lot of Cameron's films would ask a question or sort of pose an idea, but then, well, maybe I'm just thinking about Terminator 2 especially, of, like, the idea central to the movie about fate. But then he answers it. At least he answers it. That you can change it. Well, I guess that's just the characters deciding that. But I feel like movies now, or maybe a lot of movies now, either don't even bother with a central question, or if they do have one, they don't necessarily go anywhere with it. They just kind of ask it, and back off. I don't know. I'd have to think about that more. Oh no, I probably had the code to that locker. Oh no, 516. Oh no. Okay, I gotta go back. Commando asks the question, can you survive absolutely anything if you're Schwarzenegger? And the answer is yes. I want to watch Commando again. It's been too long since I've watched Commando. From Commando, I remember... oh yeah, Commando's the one where, like, the lady shoots the rocket launcher backwards, right? And... Bennett gets stabbed with a steam pipe, which is pretty sick, because you get a sweet one-liner there. Plus Milano's wearing overalls. Yeah, let off some steam, Bennett. Ah. I feel like it's never... What is it about that movie? What is it about that whole raft of film? Basically, like, any dumb 80s movie, action movie, where it just checks... Like, that could be so endlessly palatable. Just a dude... It's such like a... I guess it's like, I don't know, toxic masculinity or something, but... It's just so dumb. Like, they stole... Damseled one of his possessions. And now he's got to get him back. And then he's got to strap up. Like, it's big time strap up time. And then now it's time to shoot like 5 million people. I guess John Wick is kind of the modern twist. Making the, like, initiating loss a puppy is just such a stroke of genius. How did it take so long? I mean, I'm glad we got there, but how did it take so long? Like 3 million Death Wish movies. And it's all just like apocalyptic gang members ravaging some member of Charles Bronson's family. It's not convoluted, no bullshit, just to the point. Yeah, pretty much. It's either Arnold, like, laying down the law, or shots of Alyssa Milano being creeped on. Work is done. Time for Doomin' We Dooma. Nice job, Otter. Weekend starts here, baby. There's definitely like a brassier, more metallic look to this game so far. Everything's like a little bit more golden, a little bit yellower. I wonder. That could just be because I might have a different, like... color grade on? No, it's the same, I think. I'll always love Predator for being maybe unintentionally ahead of its time by taking all these jacked action movie macho men and stripping them down to scared victims being picked off one by one. Yeah, Orphan. Predator is fascinating because it is a movie that asks a question. Potentially, accidentally, yeah. I don't know if there's any consensus if it was supposed to be like commentary on the American military presence or whatever, but it's certainly fun to think about while you're watching the film. And yeah, it ends up being a kind of an accidental commentary on 80s machismo and male bravado and all that stuff. It's only Wednesday tomorrow. I spoke to vocational rehabilitation. They said in a week I'll be contacted. Feels like forever. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you feel at all like you can just sort of bide your time? That you have some other things going on? Got some other irons in the fire? They used 2 directors, one for the opening, the other for the rest, to make it feel different. I didn't know that. Not at all. Was the best Last Action Hero. I really like that movie. I need to watch it again, I guess. I hate to say it because it's pretty pretentious, but Last Action Hero felt like the jokes were too easy. It felt like any more subtle skewering of action movie tropes might go over the heads of the audience, so that they kind of like hit the biggest, loudest things. That felt like what the movie was doing. But that's a pretty pretentious thing to be off-put by, I guess. Or I'll say this, maybe there's parts to that movie I didn't get. Maybe that's more the thing. I'm trying to find something on my own. They said try not to quit until they can help me. Yeah. Can't because I need money to pay for bills that never end. Yeah, there's that too. I'm sorry. Oh, I keep forgetting about bullet time. Well, at least you're marching towards something else. I think when I was at my lowest, a lot of the times, in just really bad life situations, the thought that would bring me comfort is that things have to get better. But like the bad things in my life are temporary, and I can acknowledge them as being temporary. So all I have to do is outlast them, and I can do that. It's kind of how I would think about stuff. And it sucks to be in that position. I think that's a transfer, kind of like, or I liked Eraser, but I'm sure I'm in the minority on that. I haven't seen that since it came out. I remember being pretty slow. I remember it kind of being, was it Vanessa Williams? I remember it kind of like really obsessing about how in duress she was the whole movie. In the words of the immortal Scott Hall, bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Ah. That's a nice little saying. Can't count the number of times I told myself, all I have to do is outlive this shit. What is that like after you've had some really spicy food?
He may be able to help. He has the recently discovered tablet ready for translation. He's missing an important section known as the primitive. It's a type of cipher key. We found the primitive years ago, but didn't understand how to use it until now. We must get the primitive from artifacts.
Think about those you care about, and you need to stay strong for them and not give up.
A tablet may be the key to understanding some of this. Kneel out.
I gotta focus on the things that matter. Running Man is solid too. Yeah, what was it? I was trying to watch Raw Deal. It starts pretty slow. I think it's like Raw Deal and Red Heat are the two that I just keep forgetting about. Bloodsport is still so much fucking fun. It really is. It really is. That's more the thing that, like, I guess this is down to taste. But you could throw on, like, basically any canon film. Any canon action film. Like, knobsploitation kind of shit. Ooh. But yeah, you can't beat Bloodsport. It's got it all. It's like... It's got that, like, 12-year-old's vision of how the world works that is kind of at the core of most really good action films because they're so cartoonish and kind of gleeful in their slapstick. Invasion USA classic canon. Yeah. I love that stuff. That's just really good to have on in the background. It's really good background stuff. Because, you know, the dialogue doesn't count unless there's, like, a real actor in it, like, really trying. And then it's just really fun. Have you watched any Red Letter Media? I should. No, I haven't really. From the outside, to me, the things about their content that tend to surface and get shared are the most cynical parts. So part of me is just kind of, like, wary of how weary they seem to be, but... Again, like, the things that I see bubble up the most are them expressing weariness and dissatisfaction with, like, big audience-pleasing stupid movies. Like, wondering why there can't be good Ghostbusters anymore or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe that's not what it is, but that kind of thing doesn't really matter to me. Oh, jeez. Why did they go to the machine gun? Why is that going to fists? Do I not have my what? Oh, that's weird. Oh, because it wasn't... That wasn't actually the last... Okay, that... Oh, it's... Okay, so it's mouse wheel up. I understand. I'm going for it. Oh! Oh. But I think when I've sat down and listened, I think I've listened to a couple of more extended, like, explanations and things like that. I've largely agreed with, like, all of their opinions on film. They strike me as a whole group of people that understand the craft of film pretty deeply and understand the, like, circumstances in which films are made enough to comment on them eloquently. I feel like the clips that go viral from Red Letter Media are the clips where instead of making smart critiques, they are making cynical ones. That I agree with. I've noticed that. And that's why I feel like I want to be very, like... I want to, in my head at least, mark the things that I actually know and the things that could be just, you know, curated perception. Yeah, I mean, I think mostly from my perspective, I rarely seek out opinion or commentary for media that I watch because I'm not that invested in the media that I watch. I have my own opinions about it, and hearing other people's opinions or information about it wouldn't really change or enhance that in any way. But video games are different because I like video games. After fully completing Radical Dreamers, I just want to give you a heads up that it's all interesting enough, but it feels a bit creepy here and there. When your character talks about how horny they are for kid, it was spelled out as being 16. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, kid's character design is, you know, it was a little... It certainly made me... You know, there was a bit of an internal twinge. Her shorts are really low. But this is back when I was playing Chrono Cross originally. Luckily, they never really sexualized Kid in the game. And I was very grateful for that. I was kind of waiting for that shoe to drop and be like, God damn it. So it's weird that the character is horny for Kid in the visual novel. Would not have expected that. I assume the character is not 16. I don't know. Like, that would make it better. Considering player agency when it comes to, like, sensitive material. Weird stuff. But here I am murdering. Canon Films knew what their audience wanted, or it gave it to them. You want American Ninja? We got that. We'll give you 3 sequels. You like JCVD? We got him a handful of his films too, and we'll bankrupt our company to make our audience happy. That's how it ought to be. I started watching, what is it, Cyborg, which is, I guess, from what I could tell from like the first 30 minutes, is supposed to be this slow, overwrought, kind of Ridley Scottish mood piece, but mostly it just has Jean-Claude Van Damme and a dude with like that super gnarly chin in like Mad Max apocalypse gear, grimacing at the camera in slow motion. You're not wrong, they have a pretty bleak outlook on the future of big budget films, but them discussing that is a pretty small chunk of the overall content they put out. Yeah, and that makes sense. Like, I don't really know how you can, unless you sort of actively manage yourself, I think it's impossible to care a lot about a thing, anything, and not be bummed out at what market forces do to that thing. But there's no end of the road for that either, because market forces are mostly just people voting with their purchase intent, and their, you know, that has an effect on creative output. Oh, Bone Boys, Bony Skeleton Boys. You guys were just talking about Total Recall. Game knows. Oosh. Digging the candle cam. Thank you. I feel like there's a path that you go down if you want to be like an enthusiast commentator, or you want media analysis to be part of your life, is that you realize that when things are commercial, that there will always be compromises made in someone's vision or creative output that are done for the sake of marketability. And I don't mean that in like a literal marketing term. I mean it more in just like, you want people to watch your thing. And people have pretty base desires when they want to be entertained. So there's always a trade-off between like doing something interesting and giving the audience what they're...
Stay back! Don't get it!
What they want. Sometimes people want something new. People don't know what they want. So I don't know, it's all messed up. Ah! Well, that was cool. See him change. I thought that I'd grow out of being scared of films, but hitting 30 and still fear them, yeah? Remember watching The Fourth Kind and waking up at the time that the aliens appeared. After about 5 days I watched it, my mind is a dick. Oh. You still get... Scary movies still get you? You know, I don't really get scared of movies, but I can get disturbed by films. Films that realistically portray just raw human cruelty can bother me. Because it's just, you know, it's believable, and it sucks. It sucks to realize that people can be like that. 100% feart is a Scottish term. It pretty much just means scared. You feart? I like it. I feel like you can see in real time that kind of artistic compromise in Doctor Strange 2. Felt like for every scene Sam Raimi was able to be himself, he had to do a much calmer paint-by-the-numbers standard Marvel scene. For every scene Sam Raimi... Oh, okay. There was like one or the other kind of thing. Yeah, the thing that I've come to... or the thing that I came to realize was maybe he was okay with that. I think it's one thing too, or I think it's another mistake in the sort of, I think, the sequence of being an enthusiast in media is seeing a piece of art go one way or try to express one thing and then do something else, and then and people do this in games all the time too. They're like, well, something must have made it deviate from its perfect version, or something must have gotten in the way and made it not be what it could have been or should have been. Whereas sometimes it was made that way on purpose because everyone involved accepted the conditions of the creation, which is that, it should be this way or it has to be this way. Or maybe they were excited to undertake the challenge to make it that way. You got a cold, sound a bit stuffed up. My nose is pretty closed up right now. So yeah, I could see why if it sounds... I'm not really breathing through my nose at all. But my nose is usually pretty stuffed up. Try and open my nostrils. Security codes. 769. Wait, where was that? I guess it was back. Yeah, it was near the entrance. So yeah, there was a... I can mostly speak to that, of course, from the perspective of video games. A lot of people will take a game that is, like... The consensus is that it's suboptimal. There's a feature that doesn't work. There's something that would have been cooler. They said something that implied this certain thing would be in here, but it's not. People then try to seek a narrative to explain... A narrative that creates a bad guy. A narrative that creates a villain. That explains why they didn't get the thing they wanted. And people kind of team up to create that narrative communally if one doesn't present itself. I've realized that's a large part of what games media is. It's sort of like presenting narratives to people. Wait a minute, I got the PDA, so now I can probably unlock the door. I'm sure you had to put up with plenty of compromise being a content creator under different companies. Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, well, those are... The compromises there were never literal, really. It was mostly just like having no resources and being expected to like generate revenue. So I guess theoretically we could have done whatever we wanted, but we wouldn't have been employed for very long. There were only a couple of times at Machinima specifically where executives would step in and try to stop something or change something. And then really the more literal ones at Rooster Teeth were just like cross-promotional stuff. Like, you guys have to post about this, or you guys have to say this. They own it, so sure. That's like most companies. Yeah, I agree. I really don't think it's exceptional. It's funny you mention that, because I've seen some... There's a weird communal narrative about like the influence of, I guess, well, this stuff's all ancient history, so it doesn't bear coming out, but certainly at older companies I've worked for, I've seen like weird communal narratives about the boogeymen who are forcing things to get bad. It's like, no, the solution's actually really simple. It was just nobody cared. 428. Charges old case. Sometimes things are bad because they're just bad. I don't know. It's just that simple. More money equals more good? Yeah, maybe. In IT, we're giving you no budget, but produce shit. Yeah. I guess it's the world, you know, it's everything. And then you have to kind of figure out how to make your peace with doing your job suboptimally because you're not really primed to do your job optimally. You just have to kind of... Oh, no, wait. Is it just me or are these enemies really weak? They are really weak, but this is the beginning of the game still, or the beginning of the mod. I think this resets the difficulty curve. It's not like an extension on the end of Doom 3. I remember them throwing a lot more enemies at you at a time in this game. Like arenas with upwards of like 10 to 15 enemies. So even though the enemies are weak, they will probably... I imagine they'll stack up pretty quickly, but I could be wrong. Stupid grenade. The better you do your job with less, the less you get. The people with money like to push you to the limit to maximize profit. Uh-huh. So once you understand that game, then you understand that that's part of the job. Oh hell yeah, Sarge's big game hunt. That like part of the job is realizing that even interdepartmentally, those people aren't on your side, they're just doing their job too. Oh, the double shotty. Was it 428? Yeah, it was. Yes. That's a boomer. Now I have to figure out what that bind is. Alright. Oh, it's just the other slot for the shotgun. Okay, great. Praise God. Praise God it's that simple. Is OG Prey after Doom 3? I don't know. Either OG Prey or like Quake 5? Or Quake 5 doesn't exist. One of these days. Ooh. Why does it keep spawning in the same place? Oh, okay. I remember being a tough pill to swallow after graduating and realizing that in the real world, the only thing people care about is if you can show up to work on time. Yeah, I mean, standards might be higher in other jobs, but that's the big one. But yeah, that I wish I don't know how it would have changed things. I think I probably would have just gone independent sooner. But yeah, once you realize that like in a given company, you can't rely on everyone like understanding that you're on the same team. Some people just don't care. And even within a given work team, you can't even assume that everyone works like you're on the same team. So once you realize that, like, it's so dependent on who you're working with and around, that, like, team spirit isn't really a thing. Nox X. Pretty cool name. Thank you for the cheer. Love you. Been watching you since Machinima. Wow, that's a very long time, and I appreciate that. I'm happy to have been a part of your life for that amount of time. Ooh. It sucks because I feel like I like to work. I like to do a good job. I like to work with other motivated people. Like, I think everybody does to some degree. That's just part of how we're wired. But everything about so much of, like, at least American work culture really incentivizes you to just be defensive. Like, get your paycheck. If you want to try to climb the ladder, you have to sort of maneuver, haggle, bargain, make your intent known, get explicit promises of rewards. It's one of those, like, you can't just expect to be passively acknowledged. even though it seems like that's what bosses are supposed to do. Why they're there. Not really. Yeah, self-advertise, but not too much. Not too much. Oh, that's cool. Alright, that was pretty slick. The red filter with the screen shake. Yeah, it's not fun, Rule, because you have to self-advertise correctly. It's not enough that you're just telling everyone all the stuff you did. You have to also do it in the exact right way, or people resent you for it too. I don't know, maybe I'm saying too much. Maybe I'm revealing more about myself than anything else right now. But yeah, Pop-Tart, strobe warning for sure. I put it in the title. Hopefully that'll be something people see before they come into the stream. I thought the gravity gun here was pretty interesting because it is essentially like a... You can use it instead of ammo. So I thought that it would be interesting to have... Excuse me. To have a mode where they really squeeze you on ammo. You have to rely on it. Maybe they do have one, I don't know. I'm a Doom 3 expert. Eee! Some of my most frustrating days as a construction electrician were the days where I'd go in and be raring to go. But the person I was supposed to work with that day just wanted to sit around and accomplish only the bare minimum. Which at the same time I wasn't going to make a big deal of, since I would have those days too if I was in a hard funk. Just a frustrating time to be working through. Yeah. When people aren't on the same wavelength. And I guess that's what it really comes down to. Hopefully the people who just want to cruise and take it easy and get the paycheck can find the people who just want to cruise and take it easy. But when some people want to get some shit done, get infected with that Sigma Alpha grind set.
Commencing storage containment.
Hey, Cubs fan.
Storage containment filtration complete.
To my great horror, though, I have to acknowledge I've missed a ton of support events. Oh, gosh. So I have some people to thank right now supporting the stream. Chris Claps. Wait. Chris Claps Porzing Cheeks. Porzing. I love it. Thank you for the prime. I love clapping cheeks. Big fan. Church, thank you very much for the resub. Zero, thank you for the prime. Strider, thank you. It's good to see you. 2 years already. I mean, that's awesome. Bill Hardred, thank you very much for the resub. Sereth and Not Biad, thank you. Rian Smoker, thank you. Retrolax, thank you. All right. And Ralph, 22, thanks for the prime. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry that I got so distracted. I tend to not acknowledge too much stuff when I'm on the phone. I'm on Discord, gaming with the crew. But that just leaked right into being enraptured with Doom 3. Binned an interview with the company halfway through it a few months ago because they just threw out shitloads of buzzwords the entire time. They were just like, nah, I'm good. Peace. Respect that. Wait, where am I going now? Kind of lost track of what I was doing. I powered up that other thing, and then I vented something. Make your way to artifact storage. Okay. I am going this way. Wasn't worth my time or their time. I mean, yeah, it's good that you realize that. That does feel pretty good too. Must have a little like, just a little pep in the step when you're walking through the lobby on your way out of that place. You got some new emails?
Audio log for Dr. Victor Karkov, Science Officer. I feel fairly confident that once we get the missing tablet fragment, it will confirm our belief that there is somehow a connection between what we're translating as hunters and the beacon that our excavation teams are searching for. I fear McNeil is right all along.
Okay. Nox, thanks for the cheer. Ah! What's your goal in the next 5 years? That's a good question. I would like to travel. I think now's a good time. Sort of. Air travel's a little hectic at the moment, but I feel like my work situation is such that I can just, make the decision to go somewhere, so I should do it. And things are finally starting to open up a little bit. Professionally, I would like for... I bet Insight Games is sort of the thing that can scale over a long period of time. With streaming, it doesn't necessarily scale much of anywhere. You just do it. You get better at it. You have good ideas, they come and go. You kind of mark the weeks, and it's enjoyable. I really enjoy it as a means of revenue. What's a place you want to travel that you haven't had a chance yet? South Korea, I think, is pretty high on the list. I want to go back to Tokyo, or just Japan in general. I want to go to Vietnam. I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Abu Dhabi. Would be fun, I think.
Hey! You! I'm up here! The power's been knocked out down there. The surge overloaded the generators. You're going to need to find 2 power cells to get that lift working. From up here, we can make our way to the surface. Hurry!
Scotland's a great time. I could go to Scotland. Air tickets are insane now. Going to Vegas for work in 2 weeks, and the round trip is almost $900. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Cubs. I noticed the same thing because I was looking at tickets to go back and see my parents. Kind of owe them a trip. But yeah, flights are just abnormally expensive right now. Flights to DFW are like twice what I'm used to them being. So I'm happy you're doing well. Please travel and enjoy life. Well, thank you very much. It's a very kind message. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. And then, I just, this is going to sound really corny, but in regards to the future, I'm loving what I'm doing so much right now. I'm just really enjoying life. I'm enjoying every day. I enjoy what I get to do. I enjoy my work. I enjoy the time I spend with Steph. I enjoy the time I get to spend with friends. I enjoy, slowly building Inside Games to be something. I'm hoping more people can get involved. But yeah, it's on that subject of like goals, these are the sorts of things that I thought about when trying to switch careers again, or becoming self-employed. Is like, there's not going to be any like roadmap anymore. There's no corporate structure that I can get like the illusion of progress from. So I just have to kind of figure out what I want my working years to be, and what am I comfortable with them becoming over the course of my life. And I'm totally okay with streaming every day being a part of that. I'm actually really excited for that. But yeah, like I said, the nature of it and the way that audiences sort of behave on Twitch, it's not really something that changes over time. It's more consistency and predictability. I don't really know how does an individual streamer kind of change. I feel like the aspiration there is to just grow your audience, and that'd be fine. But I'm happy. So yeah, Inside Games is kind of the thing that does have a more obvious vision of the future, I think. Working with more people, producing more content. I would really like to produce content that does sort of it's stuff that by its definition has a small audience. So to aspire to make it is more of a question of logistics than it is like time or resource. I guess logistics are all resources, and like time management, really. But to make stuff that kind of spreads the awareness and appreciation of video game craft. 2 power cells. I've been cooking for 10 years now. Gonna need some sort of move soon. I'm entering my 30s. Yeah, it can be pretty humbling. I mean, especially in like games media and online media. I think it's pretty possible to like cap out. And if you cap out without like having started a business or owning something, that can be a pretty tough thing to think about. It sucks because ideally every job on the planet would scale with the skill of its performer, or scale with the tenure of its performer. That'd be cool. As good as I am at what I do, there simply isn't an incredible amount of room for growth without getting lucky. Yeah, and I think room for growth is something that people need to be happy and motivated in their work. But I also think at some point it's okay personally to accept that this is the work. You know, this is the job. And as long as it pays enough. Nox, what the fuck is Candle Can? You pretty much just defined it for yourself. It's on my desk. So, I'm using my fingers right now. Yeah, I just have a candle on my desk and a little webcam pointed at it. But yeah, for me, what I've found is this is the best possible situation to be in, and I really don't see how it could get any better, which is a good sign. But what I've found is I just don't have the time to do all the stuff I want to do. It's time. It's not really anything else. And that's great. Then all I have to do is just sort of give myself permission to not do everything I want to do. And not beat myself up for not completing this, like, list of ambitions that is, because of time restraints, sort of out of my control, I think. Go get that cabinet though. Opening cabinets in this game feels good. I can't remember where it was though. It was back here. There's always time to do shit, but folk like to forget that everyone needs time to do absolutely fuck all. Yeah, so that's yes. Thank you for pointing that out. You're right. If all I did all day were like outward facing projects, I guess, then sure I'd get a lot done. And maybe churn my way back into people's consciousness more often. I don't know. Or any individual, like whatever your goals are. But life's happening in the meantime. I think I've thought a lot about. Is it not this one? Must be a different one. Oh, I just put it in wrong. What's your favorite Inside Gaming or Funhouse memory? Like an individual one? I guess probably like... The Drunk E3 we did the first time was pretty fun because everybody was super into it. And it seemed like everyone was having a good time. Apart from that, there was like I think it was 2018? I coordinated an office party for everyone right before our holiday break. And that was really nice. Because like Don brought his kid and there were people brought their families and everybody was just kind of having food and sort of talking. Ooh. Drunky 3 was great. Yeah, it was chaos. I'm glad we got to do that. I'm glad everybody was willing to do that. The machine gun screen shake, yeah, it's really intense, isn't it? And the strobing is real wild. The Doom they made a movie from. The movie isn't like specifically based on any of the games, but I guess timing wise this would have been the closest one to it. New games you're looking forward to this year? I mean, God of War. God of War is probably my number one. Is Street Fighter 6 coming out this year? I don't know if they put a date on it. Spider-Man PC is going to be pretty cool. I guess I'm just thinking about Sony stuff right now. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I have such trouble keeping track of what specifically is going to be this year. NoxX, thank you very much for the cheer. Thank you for the generous cheers. Have a good night yourself. Get a power cell. Alright. Interested in playing Doom 3 and its expansion on PC? Do you recommend buy each separately on Steam or get the BFG edition? BFG edition is not my favorite. They kind of redid the visuals and the lighting just to make everything really bright. It doesn't look as moody and intense as this, by my opinion. So, you might want to look up some screenshots. The other problem is, the base Doom 3 and its expansion are old. And they don't support, like, modern resolutions and a bunch of modern stuff. So, if you're cool with, like, tweaking stuff and Googling stuff to get it running like you want, then I would say stick with the original. But if you just want to play a game, BFG's alright. BFG, I think, is in Game Pass, just FYI. Woot93, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. Putting back some Doom 3. This is the expansion to Doom 3. The often ignored Resurrection of Evil. Ow. Which, you know, with the exception of duct tape, in my mind, seems to do a pretty good job of addressing all the frustrations that people seem to have with the original Doom 3. Oh, it is. I think I was supposed to ride it. Oh, there's another one. Okay. This is a great expansion, to be honest. I thought so too. I remember being pretty impressed with it when I played it back in the day. But I haven't played it since it came out. And then I remember selling it to get some money back on it. Ooh, Mr. Marathi has redeemed a real trading card. Okay, 1 second. Heard from the GI yesterday. Said results look fine. Crohn's is calm. I need my IV every 6 weeks, but stopped the medicine I've been on for 15 years because it has a risk of cancer. Otherwise, I have esophagitis, inflammation of the esophagus, probably from severe heartburn and hernia. Okay. Well, I think that's good news. And I guess it's good to have permission to put down one of the medications. But it's gotcha time. It's time to win a card. Just the sounds of industry in the background. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get. It's this card right here. What is it? Oh, Lester the Unlikely. Classic. Look at him getting pulled around by that seagull. Stupid kid. That's power card number 116, Lester the Unlikely. A weird, like, kind of partially rotoscoped platforming game. Sort of adjacent to, like, Prince of Persia. You play as a dweeb who gets stranded on a jungle, like a jungle island. And he's a nerd until he gets kissed by a girl, and then all of his animations change, and then he's awesome. Lester the Unlikely. With his favorite comic in hand, Lester takes a long walk off a short pier. He falls asleep in the wrong place and soon finds himself on a doomed freighter headed for a desert island. Can you rescue the Island King and get Lester off the island? Challenge. With a single continue, how far can you go? A novice can get to stage 3, an intermediate player to stage 7, and a pro all the way to stage 12. So, congratulations, Mr. Marathi, on your one-of-a-kind collectible card. Let me take your info down here. I actually just sent out a pretty big bulk of shipments. So a lot of people should be getting cards soon. I think I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to get up and walk around for a bit. Short break. Maybe a short snack. Small snack. Whatever. I'll be right back. See you guys in just a second. Alright, hey everybody. I've stretched. I've had a snack. And I'm refreshed. Ready for more dooming. Sometimes you got to take a break from all the dooming. Just so you can get back to dooming properly. I had a nice slice of toast, butter and salt, and an apple. And I made some tea. Oh. This is as far as it goes. I can't remember if I came from this direction. I think I did. No, I didn't. Oh, congratulations on the SGDQ hosting. Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just excited to be a part of everything. I'm excited to see how the show runs. I think that'll be very, very educational and humbling. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm just excited I get to be a part of it. What kind of bread? Sourdough. Nice chewy sourdough. About them power cells. You got any voicemails? No? Yeah, this game seems to cut way down on the writing and the VO. It is mostly video game, which I think may have been another reaction to Doom 3. It's weird to be in an environment that isn't like industrial hallway. It's been everything so far. But it's only been like a handful of levels. I guess there was that. No, there was a hell sequence. Oh, no, wait. Is this the same thing? No, it's not. Ooh! Ooh! Oh shit, here it comes. Ugh! Ooh! God damn. Oh yeah, isn't Shatter getting like a re-release? Ugh. Shatter is the tits. Alright, nerd. Look at me. Bang. Stupid. You look stupid. You look like a clown. A demon clown. Yeah, we're back, handsome. I'm schooling these, I'm schooling and styling on these stupid demons. Normal American bread is weird as fuck. It's essentially cake. Yeah, white bread. It is. What's weird is growing up in America and not realizing that until you have bread and you're like, what? This is what bread's supposed to... Oh, I get it now. It kind of feels the same with like breakfast cereal and, or I guess US breakfast cereal. It's a dessert, but you don't realize that until later if you just get fed on, you know, marketed food. I don't want to drop down there yet. Like Pop-Tarts or whatever. It's a dessert. It's a tart. But it's like a breakfast food too, I guess. Pancakes. You felt sick when you had American bread? Can't handle all that processed corn? This is America's secret superpower. As we've been adjusting our guts to process corn. I guess I go down. Maybe, yeah. We're the only race on the planet. I shouldn't say that. Shit. The only country on the planet. There we go. That's the word. Don't clip that. The only country on the planet powerful enough to eat food made only from corn. Top to bottom. Wrap ourselves in corn. Like our armor. Each of us small kernels. The most corny country. Yeah, I don't know. I don't go for it when I can avoid it. If I can get like thicker, heartier, darker bread, especially if it's in the United States and it's a spot I don't know, that's usually what I do. That's basically my running rule because of how like cloyingly cake-like American white bread is that like if I'm at a restaurant, a sandwich place, a bread place, and I don't know the lay of the land, I pick like the darkest, heartiest thing I can. Because otherwise it's just gonna be pain. Gonna be eating like hams stuck into a donut. This is what it's gonna taste like. That's how I date. Sweet bread thing reminded me dark and hearty. Hairy. I found a rye whiskey that seriously tastes like sweet rye bread. Ah, man, that's great. I feel like more than anything, I don't know, I guess I never developed a taste enough to truly distinguish, like, just amazing alcohols. I think there's, like, a minimum. Here's my, like, alcohol theory, is that there's a minimum bar of quality you have to get over. And like there's something will always taste like the cheap stuff. But once you're above that bar, then it seems like it really is just down to taste and preference. And if you find the thing that works for you, then you've found it. And hopefully you can keep finding it. That's where I'm going? Yeah, I guess so. We do have fairy bread here in Australia, which is a slice of white bread with sprinkles, hundreds and thousands on it. What's hundreds and thousands? For like a seasoning? But yeah, it makes sense that the same food item would be a dessert, or a snack dessert, as opposed to an actual food staple. Ah, sprinkles, round sprinkles, okay. That sounds delightful. As an American, we should put the nutrition on the back of alcohol cans or bottles. A lot of sugar in them drinks. Yeah. And alcohol is just pure calories. That's kind of all it is. It's just calories. That's part of what makes it so bad. It's poison, and it's just calories. It's calories that actually hurt you on top of only being bullshit. It's amazing. It's like the worst possible thing. It's actually hard to imagine something to be even worse for you. But it's so cool. Yeah, that's the problem, Ansem. How does that work out? But it's like, it stacks up every negative possible consequence, but also it's the coolest thing. Do that with booze could really hurt a lot of microbreweries. Yeah, I do think that there could be more awareness of the nutritional impact of alcohol, but I don't know what the, like, all the little consequences of moving their regulation from the ATF to the FDA would be. If that's what it entails, or if you're suggesting that the ATF regulate the nutrition. You know what? I've looked this up before, why alcohol is ATF and not FDA, but I can't remember what the explanation was. I should look it up again. Man, God bless them for making sure these doors don't open, because otherwise I'd be wandering around for a long time. It's not just ATF, that's just federal? Oh. Well, I guess, yeah, it could happen at a state level. I'll be able to drink in 5 months? Ooh. I waited. When I was 21, I kind of knew in my head that I wasn't ready for it, or I wouldn't handle it responsibly. I kind of knew that. So I just held off. And then once I felt like I was chill enough to handle it, I started experimenting. I think it was like 25? I don't know. There was a lot of stuff I didn't really have figured out about myself. A lot of ways that I wasn't really tested, I guess? Under the IRS, got broken out to its own branch. That's why in Prohibition era stuff, the cops were revenuers? Revenuers. Huh. I'll have to read up on this. I just got plied with alcohol by a local county judge that is up for election. Trying to sober up by watching some Sonntag play Doom 3. Hey, nice. Yeah. Take the freebies while they're there, I guess. I grew up in Wisconsin and it was pretty normal to have a drink or gotten drunk by freshman or junior year in high school. Yeah, that could have been the case where I was. I was just so oblivious to all of that. Intentionally so. I was just trying to figure myself out. So I was just kind of quiet. I didn't really like... Well, I wasn't quiet, I guess. I acted out in other ways. If I had wanted to find that, I probably could have. I don't know, though. I grew up in a... The other part of it is, and I guess I'm neglecting this part of it, is that I grew up in a very conservative Christian culture. Like, pretty culty by today's standards, when I think back on it. And, you know, not drinking was a big part of it. It's weird. It was so weird to grow up in that. Because I'm a pretty logical person. And even still, I was kind of fascinated by the sort of the public delusion about drinking. Because drinking was just like straight out in my church. Never allowed under any circumstance. Communion was done with grape juice. We were that weird, apparently. That wasn't weird to me then, but whatever. So that was part of it, I think. Because I bought into that, because, you know, I grew up in it. And it was only until, like... I mean, it was like 1920 I was coming off of it, but still, I think that was still around in there. I was the stoner guy, long hair, had jam sessions at my house all the time. Oh, that fucking rules. See, now that's pretty cool. Kind of to throw it back to a previous topic of conversation about, like, ambition and what to do with your days.
I don't know if our systems can handle.
Do you want to think back about all the, like...
We're working with old equipment here. I don't have the...
all the opinions you said onto Twitter? Or are you gonna, like, fondly remember the days you got baked and played music with friends? Ah.
You're Marine.
The answer seems obvious, right? Ooh!
Let's get the computer started.
Ebiyasha. Thank you for redeeming a VIP or ban.
Another surge.
Still there?
Thank you for watching the stream so much to afford that. That's awesome. It's great having you around.
Amazing. Everything is right here. The invasion.
But it's time.
Exactly the same as the ancient
It's time to risk it all.
Dr. McNeil, our assumptions were correct.
Or at least it will be after this cutscene.
Weapon of unbelievable power.
That explains Betruger's obsession with the ancient civilization.
Yes, but it looks like there's more to all of this than we had thought. The ancients write of 3 unstoppable beasts.
Now we got a lot of tension, right? We got a lot of tension writing on this cutscene.
A reference to their
Every twist and turn merely prolongs the anticipation.
Good luck. I'll be in the Phobos labs.
This is starting to make some sense. Not only is the artifact a source of great power, it's also a gateway. A one-way portal from hell to our dimension. I need to gather more information here, but Dr. McNeil is an expert on the ancient civilization. You must get the artifact to her if we're going to understand how to destroy it. Take the key to the armory. We need some extra firepower.
Okay. Oh, it made the doom dingle. That's awesome. Alright, Ebiyasha. Thanks again. Now it's time to face your destiny. What's it gonna be? Oh, no. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to say that random chance has decided that you've lost a completely unfair, biased, tilted, mean game. But the thing to remember is there's nothing you could have done. And it's not your fault. It's not my fault either. I want to make that very clear before anyone gets upset. I have nothing to do with this. As I am bound by the rules, so I have to type this in now. And I hate doing it. I say it every time, and it's true every time. It stings, it hurts. Especially for people who've watched the stream for so long. That's really what gets me. But you're banned now, so I hit the button. Command's been sent, you're banned. Ebiyasha, thank you, but you're not allowed to talk here. For an hour. That's on the perma record. That's on the perms. That people are gonna see that on your profile. That's not true. That doesn't actually happen. I looked. I was like, is this like could another channel see that timeout and be like, oh, this person they've had some issues. I don't think that's a thing. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. I can't see that or anything. So, but yeah, it's on the permanent record. So at Twitch parties, they will hassle you about it. They will. Like, go to their E3 party and they're like, oh, hey, yeah, welcome. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Ooh, and then you like turn to the side and somebody, 1 second, and then they like pull out their phone. They're on Discord. They're talking. Everyone's getting antsy because the line's held up. And you're thinking, oh my god. Oh my god. Did they see the timeout? Did they see that time that I got banned from Lawrence's stream? Oh, Christ. Then they ask you to step to the side, and you're like, this is following me forever. This curse. It's building street cred. You want, like, rumor TikToks to be made about you that night? Everything seemed fine, but the line held up. Yeah, okay. If you think about it that way, I'm giving you a new reputation. The bad boy of Twitch. Thrown out of the Twitch party. Twitch, how could you? Loyal content viewer like that. And of course, I'm in the middle of it all. Spirits, another VIP or ban redemption. Ugh. The drama. The drama. What's better here? Of course, we want Spirits to get VIP, but what a tragic turn of events after such tragedy. It would just be so bittersweet. But of course we don't want Spirits to get banned too, but then there would be solidarity. Then Abiyasha wouldn't be cold and alone by themselves. Let's find out what's going to happen. Oh no! I mean, yay! Yay! Ooh, yeah! Oh! That's good news. Overcoming a mere 30% odds to win VIP. Spirits has done it. Spirits is a VIP. A VIP now. Oh wait, you're already a VIP. Ah. I just typed it out without even looking. Well, I guess that means you get it again. Oh, give it to Abiyasha. Oh! Oh, what a test of the system here. Spirits requests the one VIP to be transferred to another person. I think I'm going to allow it because, yes, because the number of the VIPs will still scale based on how many VIPs are left. And theoretically, by the rules of the game, the VIP has already been awarded. So it should already exist. Otherwise, the VIP, the rare once-in-a-lifetime event, will have evaporated. It ought to have consequences. That makes it consequential. So it's better that it do something than it do nothing. And yes, it is legal. It must be awarded somewhere. So yeah, okay. In the most dramatic turn of events, Abiyasha is now a VIP. Abiyasha's... oh! Abiyasha 12 is banned in this channel. You must unban this user before granting VIP status. Well, I have to wait for the hour to be up. I have to wait and then award VIP. I can't completely undo the ban. Okay, so I guess he's got to do the time. Yep, there's no getting around that. Yeah, nothing to do. The only just solution is to allow Abiyasha to sweat it out for an hour in ban limbo and endure the ignobility of having a permanent 1 hour temporary timeout on the record. Can't be helped. All right. Busy night. Ugh. Making decisions, though. Getting business done. Getting some paperwork moved through. I like this. How eventful, though. Congratulations. Congratulations, Twitch chat. Constructing some drama. Speaking of drama. Yeah, look at how short these emails are. Yeah, they're not very playful either. It's all like, this is broken. Can you fix it? Or, I have to go here. Please give me guns. Hey Nox, when's the next drunk stream? Thank you for the cheer, by the way. Thank you for both the cheers. Next drunk stream is June 12th, next Sunday, so just about a week from now. Bruce and I are gonna get together, and we're gonna stream the conferences that day. There's the PC Gaming Show and the Xbox and Bethesda conference. So we're gonna get together. We're gonna slam some brews. We're gonna shoot the shit. We're gonna gab. We're gonna analyze a little bit. We're gonna watch some game trailers. We're gonna react. Make some content. Am I supposed to go to... Where am I going? Erebus Research? Have a chin wag. Yep. You know it. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be therapeutic for me. And then my plan, my dream, is in between the conferences, or maybe even after, watch some E3 classics. I need to do some research. I think there's that Konami conference that's real bad. There's like, I always really liked the new generation conferences, or maybe just the segments of conferences where they like show off the new console. There's always like a sizzle reel of a bunch of like doughy looking video games. I want to find some of those. I don't know, maybe there's a playlist of like E3 highlights. That'd be cool to watch. I was Bruce's chat. How do I support you specifically better? I guess I have a Patreon. That's connected to, I guess the big thing that's sort of linked there is the bank of newsletters that I write. So I send out like a short newsletter. Oh wait, this is where I came from. I send out just like a short newsletter every week. 2 to 3 pages of like a short story or some little bit of like media analysis. I don't know. It's just random thoughts and some experimental concepts that just kind of like, just a creative outlet kind of deal. So it has that on it, but I send that out to subs, or rather I post it in the sub Discord. So if you're a sub and that sounds interesting to you, you can see those in the sub room on the Discord. How much or how many Doom novels are left from the last subathon? I have read half the series. 2 books. I've already read 2, there are 2 more. And I have them. I've acquired them. For some reason, the 3rd book is very rare. I had to pay, like, way higher. Like, $30 for that. The rest are, like, $7. Nobody cares. Yeah, I think the next stream is going to be, the next subathon is going to be Metal Gear Rising, and then, yeah, the 3rd Doom novel. As the literature in between. Oh geez, another gun to bind. Okay. Chain gun is Z. Chain gun is Z. Okay, so whatever Rockets is actually chain gun. I want X to be chain. Okay. Oh, Alpha Protocol's on abandonware sites? Oh, okay. So anyway, there's that. That's probably the most direct way, if you want to. Do an Inside Games mailbag. I'm intrigued. What do you mean? It's a lot of Doom novels. Like a dramatic reading of a section of it. Everything's muffled now? Now that I have my battle helmet on? Weird. Oh, a P.O. box. I see what you mean. Onslaught. Got it. Okay, I get it. No, that's all right. I just thought it was funny. Oh, hey, look, a sequence where I get to have a flashlight and a gun. And paintings? I mean, that's fine. I have a P.O. box. Actually, yeah. A wonderful community member did send some artwork into that. I have that sitting back there, waiting for a... I don't know, Bruce has mentioned wanting to find a set to shoot on together. So maybe we can talk about the logistics of doing that and find a way to do it. Oh, my Enviro is all the way down. Is this more Enviro? It is. Okay. Can I stand in this? I can. Oh. Jesus, man. You can't interrupt the reload by switching to another weapon? That sucks. That's like the whole point of having multiple weapons. Ah. Fuck! God. Oh, I should have used a relic artifact. Skeletons in the way. Oh, somebody else is warping in. Jeez. This part's creepy. Oh, hold on a second. I asked Bruce what his favorite Inside Gaming and Finesse memory was, and he couldn't answer. Okay. Do you remember Brown Baby's Bungalow? Ugh. Not especially, no. Was that centered around Jacob? Boy. He's a Gerpy boy. It. Reload on the chin gun is torture. Reload in a Doom game. Seriously. Oh yeah, I guess I can stand in this. I keep forgetting that. It looks like it would hurt me anyway. Nothing down here. Huh, didn't expect that. You can really zoom running around. Did I pick up something important? What am I supposed to be doing? I was just kind of going forward. Follow the waste tunnels to the cargo station on the surface. Oh, it was a James special? Oh, okay. But no, I don't remember the specifics. What, does the door just open? I don't remember when I saved last. Oh shit, man, come on. I'm effed. Maybe, maybe not. I'm doing it. I'm saving it. I quick saved because I'm crazy. Oh, God, so long. When you've killed them, because even hits on their carcass can still count. Oh, come on. Oh no, I quick saved in it because I was a coward. I mean, I guess I still have the auto save. This is gonna be tough though. Wait, no, wrong way. Oh. Oh, there's a canister. Oh. No, not that way. Oh shit. Did I go backwards? I did. Ah, man. Well, that's that then. What is your favorite joke you were a part of during that era? One of the things that comes to mind is I really liked the way that the Pilgrim's Progress gameplay turned out. I thought most of the ideas I sort of set up for bits turned out really well, and the edit was really good. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. There we go. But that was a long time ago at this point. Ugh. Sucks. I gotta go though. Hoo-ha! Did it! Jeez, we're gonna drop a save on that one. Three health. Oh. That's an interesting sequence, I guess. Yeah, making you go through like a damage over time area. Freaking Dark Souls swamps, man. They're in every game. Okay. 3 times more health than needed? Yeah. Ha ha. Plenty of padding. Just in case. You prefer this stuff personally? Yeah? Yeah, it's interesting. So, I was talking a long time ago about compromises. One of the interesting compromises that I think has sort of rolled through a lot of new media is just how unsustainable that kind of content is. Like moderately produced and edited YouTube content. It just seems more and more that it's too razor efficient to just have an individual making individual content. Oh. Okay. Some loud breathing. Yeah. I'm gonna guess they're like trying to remind you constantly that you can't hang around. You're running out of something. And this is again another put the screws to you sequence. Another dang old Dark Souls swamp. Nox, thank you very much for the generous cheers. Appreciate that. Stuff is easier to produce because a lot more interactivity with the audience. Yeah.
Over here.
It seems like that's what people are going for. Like the best. It's weird because the best YouTube content would often be like would often have very strong parasocial elements. People would feel like they were with those people or wanted to be with those people. Yeah, it just kind of makes sense. This is a more efficient way to get that feeling, and it's more authentic here too. Harder to get the audience, but a lot stickier when they load in. Oh, on produced content? I could see that. For people who make like content consumption part of their routine, like, okay, this is the time of day I watch YouTube videos, and then YouTube surfaces like the slate of videos that you have a habit of watching. I could see that. Getting in on that. Takes a while to buy into that though. I guess that's true of just Twitch streaming as well. Oops! Wow! That dude became bits. Oh no. Oh geez, he's back.
You! Over here!
You click to talk, and I guess he got out of range.
Around, but I've sent him into the tunnels. You'll need to go through there if you want to get to the monorail. I've got to repair this body.
He's got to repair the body, and he will be alive to do it this time. Oh! Oh, ooh. That was interesting. Thought we had a crash on our hands. The game's been really stable. Been really solid. Again, this lighting. I love how grimy, dark this lighting is. Actually, this stuff really makes me want to replay Butcher Bay and Dark Athena. Oh, man.
Remember, they're on your side. Stay close to these bots if you want to live.
Actually, what? Butcher Bay was on their own engine, right? I think. Ooh. Shit. Ow. Oh, that wasn't very smart. Have you ever streamed a Vin Diesel game? I streamed Fast and Furious Supercharged. I have not... I've never streamed the Wheelman. The Arc 2 Vin Diesel content isn't out. Yeah, I haven't played any of the Starbreeze engine. Okay, yeah. I haven't played any of the Chronicles of Riddick's on stream. A Butcher Bay playthrough really feels like it would hit the spot. I'm in the middle of a lot of other stuff. Look at all... Gosh, they're just going so crazy on the strobes. It's just all the subtlety of Doom 3 is gone. It's so interesting. It's like they just put their hands on their hips and they were like, this was like way too slow. Not enough blinking lights. Not enough enemies. Not enough corpses flying around. Nobody ever says your name at all. That must be interesting. Having a name that's kind of like borderline good taste, so people just opt to never say it. That's probably an interesting test of tone, too. But yeah, pineapple nipple. If you're referring, speaking of pineapple nipple, if you're referring to Prey 2017. Yeah, I actually played that about a week ago because actually it was sponsorship. Out of nowhere, Humble Bundle was doing a sale. Prey was the flash sale. And they wanted to sponsor a stream. I was like, you're going to pay my ass to play Prey? You're going to pay me to go to church? Okay. Those codes finally went out. Thank you. Yeah, I was about to ask about that. I'm glad to hear that. I've been thinking about that a little bit. Yeah, I need. Took like 2 weeks. Yeah, that's kind of not. That's still kind of. I don't know about that. Was there anything? I don't know. Maybe it was buried in a user license agreement somewhere, but. It feels like in that situation there kind of has to be some disclosure in the purchasing process that you may not get the game when you buy it. kind of hard to imagine a user license agreement being like, you may not get what you purchased because we might not have it. In that case, we'll try real hard to get it to you at some point. Like, if that's what it says, that's pretty gnarly. Yeah, getting games you bought? Hold on there, Buster. Pump the brakes there, champ. It doesn't work that way. Companies say that Steam is the real right with key drops right now because of secondhand sellers. What's your opinion on the pay-to-win Diablo? Well, I don't know. I think part of me wants to be like, oh, tight with key drops. Okay. Huh. That's odd. I don't really have much of an opinion on it, on Diablo. Every game is pay to win because you're buying it to beat it. You're buying it to play it and have the illusion of like doing something. So you're just paying in different ways. I guess if I don't know. I don't know what there's to have an issue with, especially when there's so many other video games to play. It's like either I guess you're upset that the legacy of Diablo is tarnished by it, or you think it's predatory. Those are maybe only the things I can think about to be mad about. What's your opinion on the game in general? It's like, it's a really good distillation of action RPG serotonin. It's fun to run around. It's playable. You know, it's a fun way to spend a couple hours. Things explode, you level up. It really can just be that simple. But there's a lot of mobile games that do that. It's pretty smooth though. Like the art is pretty good. The music's pretty good. The voice acting's pretty good. The effects are pretty good. It's just pretty good. Plays well. So it's a professional non-answer. I respect it. The game is fun. Well, it is an answer. I don't know. You might think it's a non-answer because I'm just not bought into like the side. I don't think there are sides. I guess. I have no stake in the conflict, so it doesn't factor into my opinion at all. Conflict. I guess if it's the question of whether or not it makes the game better or worse, now that's kind of a different question. 1, 3, 4. All right. Ooh, Caged Money. Thanks for gifting 5 subs. Thank you very much. I think... Okay, here's probably a more interesting answer. Maybe I was being dense by not answering this in the first place. I think the game is subtly tuned around flooding you with easy progress, and I'm really interested to see the pathway to monetization. But I have like an academic curiosity in seeing that I'm gonna enjoy seeing the game design of trying to wean their players into spending money. But like, if you as an individual trust yourself to not get like twirly eyes hypnotized by a video game, then you've got nothing to lose. Because there's a lot of effort in sending people down the fun slide towards a money pit. And if you trust yourself to just not fall into the money pit, then you can take the slide. You get to go wee, but it's a slide. Like, it's not much more than that. I don't see... Talking with Steven a bit, though, my eyes were opened a bit to what a higher level of, like, gameplay and enjoyment could be. But at some point, I feel like it's just going to be capped on DPS. I mean, it's literally capped on DPS. So, their like, level grind can be explicitly controlled. They can just dump enough HP on stuff that you can't do it unless you're like hitting certain numbers. So I expect it'll get there, and when it gets there, the game's not fun anymore, and that's when I'll just be like, cool, PCs. Or when I see all the content, that's the thing. It's not really that hard to understand when you've seen all there is to see. And the rest of the game is just running dungeons over and over forever. Which is fun. And if that's what you want to do, then that's what it allows for. Bruce is shaving his head right now. Oh, he got the whole thing? Anyway, Nox, sorry if I sounded a bit defensive. I think if I had hit max level already in Diablo Immortal, I would feel differently, but there's been some cool bits, you know. Some of the boss designs looked genuinely cool. There's some fun moments, some cinematic moments, some pretty cool, like, gnarly metal stuff. But it is like, you can't, like, all of it feels really plastic. There's not any ounce of, like, bite or ambition to it beyond just making the most like smooth, tickle your neurons experience. Kind of an issue with these whole discourse around free games these days. God forbid I have genuine fun for 10 hours until I hit a paywall. Yeah, the other thing that I think I've clued on into, because I think this way. So let me be very clear about it. I'm not suggesting that this is some kind of conspiracy theory about gaming. More that I have felt this way, and sometimes when I see people talking about games, it indicates to me they may as well. But alright, the idea that when you play a game, you have to evaluate it as having the potential to be like a game you'll play forever because of the way games structure their rewards around long-term investment. You kind of want that game that... Or you don't want to think that a game's going to shut down, or that you'll walk away from something. Like, a game like Diablo Immortal wants you to feel like you'll still be playing it and enjoying it in 30 days because it keeps like messaging login screens and stuff. So I think by that they plant the seed, and then you start to think, well, this game is geared around spending money, but if I have to be playing this in 30 days, I don't want to have to spend money. I feel like that's something that jumps into people's heads, and then they also talk about games as though it's a failure unless it's something that can be successfully played forever. Because we all want every second that we spend in a video game to be acknowledged and tracked and rewarded. Games are an investment, which is why only playing Diablo Immortal for 10 hours seems stupid. Because why wouldn't you play Diablo Immortal unless you wanted to someday like play all the classes to max level and get every gem? And that's the kind of game that Diablo should be, right? I guess. A game where you can do that. So that's, I guess, to try to summarize, I feel like a lot of people talk about games as though, or games as service games, as though the only possible success condition is that it's playable and fun and balanced and interesting forever. And I think that stems from a baked-in assumption that time played is an investment that will be rewarded with skins and upgrades and stuff. But it can just be fun. I had to feed the babies and wash my hair, so I was lurking. Early shift tomorrow, so I have to go to bed. Good night, everybody. Rest well. Ooh. Good night, Pop-Tart. Oh, God, it's got a bit. Anyway, I've been talking about weird stuff today. Weird discussion topics. Sorry if it's been a little more gritty. Too many folks are obsessed with the end game. Yeah. I feel like so much of it is you want to know it's there, even if you're not convinced you're gonna do it. love seeing you turn that man into chunks. That was rad. Yeah, I feel bad about that. I think I must have to hit him when he's throwing balls at me. Because it doesn't seem like it hurts him at all. Yeah, I'm not getting... Oh, no, there was a hit marker in there. Hey. No. What the f... I like the little hop he does. Hop. That's doing any damage. I feel like there's a mechanic I'm supposed to be understanding with this. Nope, okay. Shoot the glowing ball. I forgot about that. Forgetting about the relic. Oh, is it have different powers? Okay, yeah, that looks pretty berserky. It's disappointed every game that comes out doesn't have a dating sim mode. It's 2022, it should be a standard feature. I agree. We need to hold hands with more video games. This lab's more, right? I think I'm gonna hang up the stream there, actually. Getting pretty late over here. I haven't had dinner yet. I got the exciting task of finding out what to eat, but thank you all very much for watching. Really fun day of games today. Killed a lot of demons. Yeah, this version of Doom 3, again, very little cutscenes. Emails are all very short. It's just keys, doors, demons, shotguns. Back to basics is what I remember this being. It's weird, it's back to basics, but it also has like kind of modern shooter gimmicks for the time. Has the gravity gun. Time ramping. No physics puzzles. Gotta stack up stuff to make a ramp. Man.
Hello, Marine? If you're hearing this, listen to me.
Something cozy about video game trains.
Delta Labs by using the Phobos experimental teleporter near your position. I have the information from Dr. Cloud, and the only way to end this is to bring that teleporter online and transfer to Delta. The artifact can be destroyed by taking it over.
Alright. What are you streaming for Cyber Sunday? Good question. Probably just Cyberpunk. It's either that or Omicron. 'Cause that's the... I started that. I haven't finished it. That is definitely a Cyberpunk game. So maybe Omicron? I'm feeling sassy. I hope that game still runs. But yeah, we'll be getting something. We'll get something going. But I also really like Cyberpunk. And it's a really cool game. Has great music. And I mean, it usually streams pretty well too. People usually like watching it, so. Does it have any, or does this game have any memorable songs on its soundtrack? Not really. Maybe just the menu. But no, most of the soundtrack is just like ominous noise. You got any mods on Cyberpunk? Yeah, I have just a couple of like, what is it? Quality mods. Ones that extend the quality of models further away so that it doesn't like swap out models with lower poly versions. LOD mods. I have like one of those and then a couple of other things. I have like a train station mod that's pretty cool. I think it still works. I haven't really tested it. Anyway, all right. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, have a great rest of your weekend and I'll see you later. Thanks again for all the Thanks again for all the conversation, your time. Cheers, subs. Cheers and cheers. Anyway, good night, everybody. Sleep well.